Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thanks. So I wanted to talk to you about some of the RevitaVet products. We had an interview. You talked a little bit about the infrared and how it's different from the laser pen, the McLaren laser pen that I use. And so can you just summarize again what the RevitaVet does or what it is?
RevitaVet is really an infrared therapy device or light therapy. They mean the same thing. We utilize light emitting diodes, much like the McLaren torch. Well, the McLaren only has the red lights and a few of them. Our pads have 50 infrared light diodes and 40 red diodes. So it's a really powerful pad. You cover a lot of areas, and we can actually customize the therapy because we have 7 different frequencies. The frequencies will, different cells respond differently to different frequencies, and by using different numbers from 1 through 7, they allow you to customize the therapy. For instance, if you want to reduce inflammation, you want to use a number 2 setting, or in reality, it's 146 hertz. Or you want to reduce pain, you go to a number 7 setting, which is about 4,650 some odd hertz. It's a more customized device, has a lot more capabilities, and you don't move it around. You simply Velcro the pads to the area that you're treating.
So I have two questions now. One is, you say second setting, this setting, that setting. I'm assuming it comes with a book on how to use it, a
Yes,
handbook?
it does. Well, it has an instruction manual, but it also has, I email everybody a protocol manual, which is like a 20-page manual that has protocols and as to how to deal with virtually, well, about 80 different types of injuries or conditions. And also there's an app that can be downloaded, it's a free app. It's based on the protocol manual. So you have information on your phone, or if you want to print it off that way as well.
If you're at the barn, you can just look at your phone instead of having to log around a handbook of sorts.
That's why the app was developed, because too many people were asking me about it. They don't want to drag a book or a manual into the barn.
Right, right. So you just mentioned, and this goes to my second question that I had, was that the manual or the protocol, there's protocols for 80 different injuries that happen to horses. But when we spoke last time, the infrared device isn't just for injuries, right? It's also for preventative maintenance.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, preventive maintenance is the main reason why the device is sold. But then if something happens, then you can go ahead and treat your horse with on a variety of injuries. You don't need a vet for everything that happens to your horse.
Mm-hmm. Sure. It's just like with us. We don't have to go to the hospital or the doctor for everything that happens to us. Like, for instance, with me, I squished my finger in the truck door yesterday. I didn't run to the doctor or the hospital, right? We do a lot of self-care.
Yes.
So same with horses. So let's talk a little bit about preventative maintenance. How would I use the RevitaVet?
Well, we have 2 small pads. They're roughly 8 inches by 4 inches. And we have one back pad or spinal pad that is about 20 inches by 10 inches. We have a splitter so you can use all 3 pads at the same time. The hocks and the knees is basically what's holding up the horse. If you maintain those things, so you want to put the 2 front small pads on the knees and leave it on for 10 minutes on a number 4 setting, which gives you the circulation mostly. And that pretty much does it. And then you go over to the hocks. You put the small pads in the front of the hocks as opposed to the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you also put the back pad or the spinal pad over the croup. There are muscle groups on the croup that's also attached to the hock.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is the 2 small pads will go into a splitter, and into the controller, and then the big pad will go into the other hub. So we have two hubs, so the splitter allows you to use all three. And typically 10 minutes will do it for you.
10 minutes every day?
10 minutes a day or every other day. If you have time, great. But every day would be nice. Every other day is good too. Mm-hmm. Whenever you have time. I mean, some people don't. I hear some people do it once a week. That's really not enough, but it's better than nothing.
Than nothing, yeah. That was going to be my question. So if you don't have the time to do it every other day, whenever you do have the time, is it better than nothing, or is it one of those, if you're not going to do it on a regular basis, then you might as well not even start?
Well, every third day is good too. I mean, if that's what you got, that's fine. But if you, like you said, if you want to have your horse the best as possible, I'll do it every day. Not only that, but it makes the horse feel better too.
Right, absolutely.
They like the therapy.
Would you do it before you ride, after you ride, or does it not matter?
I'd probably do it before, but at the same time, you can do it afterwards just to kind of regroup or help the muscles start healing again or get more oxygen or what have you. So people do it before and after. If you do it, say in competition, if you do it ahead of time, let's say when you groom the horse, I would do it then, and that actually enhance performance because you're getting extra oxygen to the hocks and the knees. They can hurt.
So would you then do it again afterwards, or is one time enough? I guess my question is can you do too much?
You can't do too much, but there's really no point doing it unless it's maybe several hours afterwards. That would be a way to do it. But if you're doing, say, cross country, I would do it probably after the horse runs, like give him about 20 minutes and after you're done with them, and then put the pads on them just to recuperate better.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, this gives me a much better understanding of the infrared device and how it works.